Hey yo, how's it going? Mantasmotoman here. Oh, what the f*** just hit me? Oh shit, I forgot to strap myself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Alright, ready? Come on, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we do it in time? Can we strap it in? Can we strap it? Yes, we can. Lorry has this indicator on. So yeah, weekend's finally here. I apologize for the long wait, but someone has requested me to do a video and I can't remember who it was. All I know is he's going to university and I was looking to know if this bike, the Hyosung GT125R, was any good. And told me he owned one before. And I think by now he's probably bought it, so congrats to you, man. If you're watching this video, let me know how the bike's going. If you have any photos, give me some photos. There's like a photo or two of a subscriber's bike. Also, if you have Twitter, follow me on Twitter, I'll follow back, and you know, we can keep in contact. But I suppose it's finally time to make a review / overview of the bike. I've had it since April, and well, I've driven it since April, and right now it is October, 2nd of October, or the 3rd of October. So it's been a few months, a few good and bad months. But firstly and foremostly, I will say that, oh, it's a wedding car. I just tried to honk it, didn't work. Yeah, first things first. The horn on the 2008 model is quite shit. So if you can't get an aftermarket one, because if you keep the original one after a few years, it would just rust and corrode and not work. Like mine just didn't. I'm not sure if you guys even heard that me trying honk it. But yeah. Oh, aren't you special? Shit, what the hell am I doing? I'm going right as well. But yeah, first and foremost, I really love this bike. I mean, it's probably the same to everyone, you know, you buy a bike and after a few months after you get used to it and everything, it feels like it's heaven, no matter what bike it is. But yeah, that's also how I feel about this bike. And there's a few points why. Firstly, I shall demonstrate now because I am in a slow move city center. Actually, I want to test this. So we're in first gear right now. We're in first gear, second gear, third gear, and I wish this car was driving faster. Fourth gear, and look, if I were to give this bike throttle, oh my god, oh my god. But yeah, if I were to give this bike, oh, car here. So yeah, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. I'm giving throttle and still pulling. 3k revs. First gear. That's what I love about this bike is the torque compared to other 125s, which are one cylinder. This bike has two cylinders in the V shape. Which means a lot, well not a lot because it's 125, but usually on like 650s and 1000s, a lot of low end torque. What that means is if say I'm riding a fifth gear, say I'm on a 650 and I'm riding a fifth gear doing 2k revs, I don't know what mileage that would be, it doesn't matter, but yeah, you'd be doing 2k and a car in front of me, say, takes a turn and there's a big open space of road, and what you can just do is pull the throttle, just jam it. Oh, there's a traffic assistant. Just give her a nod. She's like, what the fuck? But yeah, it just means that you're doing a very low, well not a low, well yeah, a low speed, very low revs. You get the throttle because you're V12 high, low end torque. It will pull with no problem. and just go right up there, and you'll be doing 9k in no time. And I mean, that's without any gear changes or anything. And try to do that on a 4-cylinder inline 4, and you're gonna have some trouble, you know. You're gonna have some trouble, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I love. I can demonstrate it now, I think. Oh no, it's a woman driving, no man. Okay, so we're doing first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. Yeah, fifth gear. Give it some throttle, well, full throttle. It takes longer because I'm 125, but it still does it. Doesn't struggle, doesn't jump or stutter or anything. And we caught off with this car in no time. But what this is a very, very fuel efficient method of riding in cities. You can just sort of cruise around, you know, one-handed. No, don't do one-handed, that's dangerous. But yeah, you can just cruise around, no problem. That's one thing I love about this bike. Second thing I love about this bike is the way it feels. Because it's a 180 kilogram bike, in a 125 engine, it's gonna need that torque, so that's why it's a V-twin. But it also has a 17-liter tank, which if you fill up, and because it's a 125 and it's very small bore compared to other, you know, higher end 250, 650, it's very fuel efficient. So you fill up a 17-liter tank and you'll be doing 250 miles until you need another fill up. So you don't visit the petrol station as much, and it's great for road trips and the likes, and yeah, and this and that. It's actually really, really, really great thing to have. Where's this guy? Oh, yeah, I knew it. It's a big heavy bike, and when you're sitting on it, you feel like you're in a big bike. You feel like you're on a proper manly bike. You feel like, yeah. Immediately, when you take this thing out of the garage and you sit on it, your testosterone levels go up by 70%. Just instantly the moment you sit on it. Makes you feel like a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. So it's a great feel, and it's also great practice. What I mean by that is, after you're finished with this bike, say you own it for 2 years, you're 19, you take your A2 exam, you pass and everything, you can immediately go on a bigger bike. And going from, you know, mainstream 125 like CBR or YZF, and getting on a f***ing SV650 or an R6 or whatever, it's gonna feel weird. You're gonna be like, wait, this is new. I'm not used to this. Why are my legs so far apart? Why is this tank so big? Why is it so wide and heavy? You know, I've gotten off from this bike onto my dad's SV650, which is apparently a little bit heavier, but it's shorter. It's smaller in general. You know, it's a naked model. And I got on it and I feel like, wait, this feels lighter than my bike. What is this nonsense? Holy shit! So yeah, it's a great beginner's bike, I would say, because I mean, YZF and CBR and all that mumbo jumbo with the small wheel dimensions, and tire widths and everything. I mean, it's gonna take you a lot of practice and get used to a 650 after going 125 like that. Whereas if you go off of this and on 650, you're like, oh yeah, this is familiar, I'm used to this. The only thing you're gonna have to get used to is like the power and the way to manage it and all that. But yeah, another thing that I really like is the amount of attention this bike gets. Now, all bikes get attention from children, that's a matter of fact. That's true. But this bike also gets a lot of attention from other bikers. I was at a petrol station once and the biker just came up and he started asking me questions. So, wait, is this a 650? Why is there an L plate on it, you know, going off like that? He's like, he thought it was 650 at first glance, and you know, like a big bike, and it's like, oh, I've never seen these before. Wait, what brand is this? You know, and they tell me, oh, I never heard of that. And then, yeah, so it's a rare bike. It's not very popular. It's not too rare. Oh, there's a biker. Yeah. Oh, I'm in 5th gear. But yeah, it's not very popular, but at the same time it gets a lot of attention. And yeah, it just makes you feel good. You're like, hey, people wave to you, wave back, etc. Like, people are like, whoa. So that's the good things. I mean, price is another good thing. The price is good. It's mid-range, you know, sort of bikes, so it's not very expensive. Or, well, not very expensive buying used or second-hand, and it's not very cheap like a Chinese bike would be. So it's sort of in the middle there. And so if you're a person with not a lot of money or a small budget, this bike isn't a bad idea. Don't think about it. Another good thing that I love is when you put an aftermarket exhaust in this thing, it just sounds beautiful. Oh, it's a V-twin, that V-twin purr. Yeah, I have a Scorpion can on it, and just the can, which I regret having just the can because I wish it was a full system, because the stock downpipes are not that great, and I'll talk about that later. Another thing is that because this bike is big and it has upside down forks, which is, you know, a very uncommon thing in the 125s. Wait, upside down forks? Why the fuck would you need those? Yeah, there goes your first bad things. The getting to neutral when you're standing still, unless you kill switch it. It's a pain. And sometimes when you're standing still and you try putting gear, it doesn't click, and you sort of have to move yourself forward or traffic light and make it click, and that's a big pain. So yeah, I suppose that's enough talking about good things. It's time to talk about bad things. And I'll probably make this into 2 parts, the good and the bad, and the conclusion. So that was the good, and I'll see you in the next part.